ask a question?
Yeah, I want to ask something, Coach.
Okay.
These guys up here, I know what they meant to the program, so before we even talk about this game, I want to give you a chance to speak about the boys sitting up here.
They made everything. I mean, it was a long road, and just to get here, obviously, we're not happy with the result. But good time to reflect that the boys, I mean, they did everything that I and the staff have asked for since March of 2022, when they never met me. And I ask a lot. I'm really demanding. It's a discipline-oriented program, and most kids don't want to hear that. And they bought in. You know, we had a heck of a season. I'm really proud of them. You guys need me to introduce them? Is that all or not really?
Yeah, let's hear all the players' names and whatnot.
Jake Rainey, my godson, JV player for 3 years for us, and plus his tail this year, and became a starting corner, started every game. Carson Brown, 3-year starting linebacker. Mike EP is the quarterback. Number 2, came in from Canada in 9th grade. Won the starting job last year, and Logan King, 21. At the end, came from Peters after 10th grade. And, probably the heart and soul of this football program. Got Braden Carter, who's a WPIAL championship baseball player, and 3-year starter as a left guard position. We got DA, Daniel Arrington, who also plays on the baseball team, won 2 championships. Really bought in, was kind of the special teams captain. And Ethan Patsey's a 3-year starter as well on the offensive line, and Jasonja Rivers is there on the end. He had a heck of a game, and again, his first-year starter after grinding out for 3 seasons, so we're really proud of these boys.
You guys had about as good of a regular season and playoff run to this point. How do you keep the team focused when you don't have too many close games down the stretch?
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a challenge. We kind of sold the whole idea of practice, and our team being the best team we're going to see all week. And, the kids bought in, and I don't think that was the result today. I don't think that had anything to do with it, to be honest with you.
What was South Park able to do so well today to, keep us under 21 points?
Scored on the opening kickoff, like 70 yards or whatever, and that's their game plan. And we went 3 and out and punted, so they deferred, and we needed to get a couple first downs and change some field position. And they scored, and then we turned the ball over, and they scored again. So we're down 14 with a team like South Park. Guys, I don't care who you are. It's a hard thing to come back, but you saw what happened, and you saw the fight of our boys, and I'm extremely proud of them. So play that game next week on a turf field with no rain, and we can use our speed a little bit, but the field, I'm not making excuses, but it benefits our sports, and everyone knows that. You guys are smart. They're playing 1970s football with 17 tight ends and fullbacks. They got up and they could grind it, and they don't need to make any plays. They complete one pass. So when you give them a 14-point lead, I don't care who you are, that was the advantage.
Just what they were able to do offensively with the running the ball, the long drives. I mean, was that kind of the big concern coming in that you had to stop that?
Yeah, I mean, we played Still Valley last week, and we did well with the run. If you've seen the game, when they direct snapped the ball and did anything real football, new age football, spread, they didn't do anything. That's when they went under center, big boys, and they moved the brothers next to each other. And we can sub in as many guys as you want, but those kids, they're grinding and they're going after them. They got a big back, and if you're only asking them to get 3 yards and you get 4 plays to do that, I mean, how many 4th downs did they score? 5, 6? We just needed one of those wins us the game. I mean, one muffs. If you saw the one down the end of the half, they muffed the ball. It's 4th and 3rd and 15, and they run it down to the 2-yard line or something and score a touchdown. Like that play right there is a game-changing play. It just wasn't our day.
This Rebel program has a great history and lineage and whatnot, but it's kind of fallen on some sort of hard times the past few years. How do you attribute this ramp up incredible success so quickly?
A lot of people involved. I've been teaching in public school for 19 years, and we don't win a lot of football games there either. And it starts at the top. It's not the football coach. Because when the football coach says, "I need this," and then they tell you no or they ignore you. What we have at our school is beautiful. We have a principal now runs the diocese. She hired myself, and then she got my brother brothers in the building, and then our leader, Mr. Merchant, took over as principal. And when I tell you he's about the best human being you'll ever meet, and our athletic director, Kenny Clayson, you know, it's like I'm not easy to be around, and I'm very demanding, and sometimes I'm abrasive, and that's what my wife tells me. But you know, these people, they bought into me, my heart, and it really, really helped us get where we're at.
Question for the guys up there, any one of you or all of you, what did it mean for you to play at Acrisure Stadium?
I mean, came a long way here. 3-7 my freshman year. I touched the field about 3 times. Even on special teams, we were even a good team then. Then 0-10, Coach Tim came in. You know, we were all skeptical of what he was doing, 0-10. And then last year, bounced back 5-5. You know, we all saw the spark in the program. And then this year, going undefeated. I mean, this loss hurts as a senior. Not getting to play with these guys anymore, taking off that jersey last time. But playing here was crazy. I remember when we walked out of the tunnel, seeing those lights. I mean, I will never forget this memory, especially because of the loss. But it was awesome playing with these guys. Thankful for Coach Tim. Thank you, Mr. Merchant. And just glad God allowed me to be here today and my family.
I mean, it's the biggest stage. I mean, you can go on and play states and all that stuff, but you're not playing at NFL stadium after this. I mean, it's really, I mean, the most, like, it's the biggest stage, but we just gotta know it's the same size field, 100 yards. So, I mean, know everything to play with these guys up here, grinded out from 0-10 when I came in to 11-1 at the WPIAL championship.
You spoke about a memorable moment. Do the rest of you have another memorable moment from today? I know it didn't end well, but something that's going to stick out to you forever in a positive way.
Yeah, it's just how proud I actually am that we got here. And when we went 0-10, I thought never in a million years we do this, but it took a lot of hard work, a lot of yelling from Coach Tim, and countless hours of film, countless hours of practice, lifting, sprinting. I'm just proud of my guys.
I mean, it's everyone's goal at the beginning of the season. Everyone just wants, let's go to Acrisure, come on, but really, I mean, only 8 teams get to play here. And, I mean, we're lucky enough to be one of those teams, and we put in the work to do so, and that's just, it's huge to just be one of the few people who get to play here this year. It's big.
At the end of the day, the ability, like they said, just to be able to play with these guys, this group of seniors this last time, some of the incredible younger players, it's just a great experience overall.
They did a really good job against Khalil. What was did they do anything differently against him to kind of keep him under wraps than other teams have done this season, or was it just kind of a similar type?
Yeah, Brad, it's a great question. I mean, every week we watch film and then we meet with the staff and we get a game plan. And then the first time the ball snapped, no defense all year has lined up the way they show. First play of the game, South Park had a nose guard. They were 4 out front all year. They took the 2 ends and they lined up as a 9 technique. I wouldn't even call it 5 because they were trying to keep everything. They were saying hand the ball off to Logan King because we're afraid of everything. So they put 21 their linebacker in, they moved them out. So they basically took the whole team, put them on the hashes, and basically dared us to run it up the middle. And that's a great job for them, but if that game's 7-7, that ain't gonna work because we would have just kept hitting it at the Logan King and we would have found our creases. We would have rushed for 200 yards. That's the game plan. So we couldn't get them out of it based off of the score. But yeah, that's not their defense. They did a good job. So good for them for the fair.
Do you think that there was a mindset change over the past couple of years that took you back from 0-10 to now in the WPIAL finals, or you guys all kind of grinded and worked together over the years?
I think a few years ago when we'd get a few more kids coming in one by one,
you start to see it more. You start to actually believe it. We're like, okay, I can get to this stage. So that definitely helps. Definitely the 0-10 year obviously didn't have that kind of mindset, but last year flipping around to 5-5, that's a big jump. So your mindset definitely changes.
You know, and I think a lot of the kids coming in our team, the younger kids, we have a bunch of kids from the Hill District. They've been successful their whole life, so they brought the spark of the winning culture that I don't think any of us have really been a part of here in football. So they obviously knew what it was like to win. They knew what it's like to be successful, and I think honestly the whole school bought into us too. After seeing our 5-5 year, after going 0-10, we felt all the other students, all the teachers, they wanted to watch Rebel football. They wanted to see us succeed, and just the whole building was better when you have support from everyone. So I think that was a big culture change. Obviously, Coach Tim brought it. He's been in many successful programs throughout his years coaching, college and high school. So I think it started with this guy right here.
My brother was a part of this program for 4 years, and I came in the next 4 years. He never really had a winning season when he was there. And whenever Coach Tim came in, the culture shifted. We just wanted to win it more. Everyone bought in. Everyone started coming to the weight room. Everyone wanted to win. And then, like he said, a lot of these boys came in with a winning mentality. And then we realized that we were good enough to play on this big stadium. You don't always get the outcome you want, but I'm proud that we were able to finish and that we were able to get here to this point after so many countless losing seasons for 8 years now, and we haven't been here for 20 years.
Tim, I spoke about it earlier this week. I think you're one of the best in the WPIAL when it comes to coaches, when it comes to developing young talent. What do you think a loss at Acrisure is going to do for these young guys, when it comes to the hunger?
Well, it wasn't today, John.
What do you think a loss is going to do for these young guys, moving into the next year?
I wasn't today, and I told the boys in the locker room that when you got 15 minutes and you can't really talk to your kids because you're rushing off the field, which is not fun. But this is on me and our staff. Our staff, it's a new staff. It's brought together. First-year coaches, we hired 5, 6 new guys. And, we made a lot of mistakes as a coaching staff. And it starts at the top. Maybe we, myself, need to do a better job this week. Not to respect and do with South Park, but I think they made a lot less mistakes. And when mistakes are made, we're never going to blame the 15-year-old adolescent mind. We're going to blame the adults that are behind it. We didn't do a very good job this week. What was your second part there, John?
My second part of the question was, what do you think it's going to do? You have a lot of young guys that are on the field. What do you think it's going to do for their, the hunger going into next year, this loss today?
Yeah, we got a lot of guys back. We're expecting to be in this situation next year, and hopefully we come out on top. And, hats off to these guys, the leaders, and we like our roster.